Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Ngoma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a stock that is breaking out very cleanly and why you should be keeping it in your watch list for the next few days and the next few weeks. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of this morning's video. So without further ado, let's get started, all right? Right off the bat, we're testing out the level of support with the SPY. It's doing pretty well. The market is holding up very well. I'm not bearish on it at all. And I think we will continue to go on, even though right now we're down by negative 0.10% after market. But we will address this one eventually in the morning, okay? Now, the first stock, the stock on the thumbnail, the stock that you've seen on the thumbnail, that one is APXT. And APXT, let me just clear everything out for all of you. APXT, I mentioned before when this stock came out that I didn't like it for one reason and for one reason only. And the reason why is because it did not have options to trade. But now it does, which is really, really good. I told you all that when it does have options, then it will be appealing for me to trade it and also to talk about it. So there you go. We're going to talk about it now. So it has options, which is great, meaning we can get paid a lot more money for being right? And also on the 4-hour chart, there's a very clear and obvious bullish pennant on here, right? The stock is breaking out of this bullish pennant, and this looks extremely bullish. And honestly, where do I see this thing going? I think it's going to go all the way up here to it's going to take a while. It may take a while to get over here, right? To get in this giant zone around like 18 bucks, maybe even $20 very soon. It's going to take a while to get there, but I'm very bullish on this one. And that is exactly why you should be keeping it on your watch list. Again, we've done this before. We have seen this before. This is not a surprise to all of us, okay? So if the stock behaves very well, we could see it in this region very soon. Now let's talk about what your stocks of interest. All right. So for those of y'all who dropped that, we're gonna start off with OTRK. And OTRK, the computer's loading. OTRK had a massive move today. All right, this is good. Okay, and for those of you who have been following us along, who have been following the channel, the drawings are still there. I haven't touched anything. I was never bearish along the way. I made my first video about the stock over here, and right now we're just cruising on upwards. We're cruising on upwards until we get in here, okay? In my very honest opinion, we will get in there. We will get in there very soon, okay? So I'm still bullish on that one, and that one is a hold for me, okay? For the individual who asked about it again. Now, another stock that we're going to be talking about. And by the way, let's just give a big shout out to everybody who listened to me when I told y'all to invest in Sony, because Sony, if you look at it on the 4-hour, Sony is at exactly $102 as predicted. Okay, so if you listened and if you held, right? If you held patiently, you're getting paid tomorrow. This thing is not going to tank back down. It's going to open probably at like 102 or 103, and you will get paid. Okay, so congrats to anybody who was holding this. Again, I talked about this. There was it pulled back a little bit, but it's finally there. And yeah, congrats to all of you. Where is it going to go after that? Honestly, I don't really care. It's exactly where I want it to be. It doesn't matter. After that, it just doesn't matter. I'm taking my money and I'm looking at something else, okay? So there you go for that stock. The next one that we're going to be covering is TSCO. All right, and TSCO, somebody has been asking about this, and honestly, this one is a long for me. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. There is a reverse head and shoulders on here on the chart. We have done this before. We have seen this before. This is very bullish, right? The entry to get in was probably around here at around like $138. And where I see the stock going, it's a good thing that it broke through that neckline. And I do see the stock going all the way back up to the highs. at around like 150 to 155 very, very soon. There may be some pullbacks along the way, but I don't think they'll be too drastic. So again, I hope that answers the question for the person who asked about TSCO. Very bullish on this one. If you look on the weekly growth stock, okay, the stock is just a growth stock, people. Investors, long-term investors love this stuff. It just keeps going up and up, and it doesn't stop. Every time it drops, it just get bought right back up. And if you look on a daily, this is pretty clean. This is very clean in my eyes, okay? And this is a very clear and obvious long, in my very honest opinion. This is a long, okay? This is a long, and it's definitely, it should be getting in here. It should be getting in at 153, okay? Now, the very next stock that we're going to be talking about, I talked about this one in the morning, and that one is Roku. And Roku, I mentioned the stock and I provided some caution to it, all right? And short sellers took over the stock right over here. This is where you lost. This is where you lose all hope about the stock going long. If it wanted to go long, it would have went long. Like at that time, it wouldn't have gone all the way down here, and it just faded down some more. So for anybody who made money on this going shorts, right? Because we trade in both directions here on this channel. So for anybody who made money shorts, congratulations. There was a lot of money to be made here, okay? So hopefully you were able to catch that move. Where is it gonna go next? Now I'm looking at it on the daily. It's not looking too great. The volume isn't that massive compared to this right here, okay? It's not that massive, so I think it's just gonna go a little bit lower to like 324 and then just go sideways for a long time, like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, and then after that we'll see what happens next. It might show something different, but right now it's not looking too good. It's not looking too great, especially for people who are trying to go long on the stock, okay? So be very careful with it, and that's really all I have to say about it. The next one that we're going to be covering, that one didn't do so well. I was a bit disappointed in it, and that one was Microsoft. The reverse head and shoulders is still there. Again, pullbacks are normal. Pullbacks do happen. It pulled back today, and right now, aftermarket, it's not doing so hot. It's not doing so good right now, okay? But we'll see exactly how it opens tomorrow. If it opens up higher at like 220, then yeah, do expect a long, because obviously some short sellers are probably trapped in here. I can see that. The short sellers are probably trapped in here, and they want the stock to tank. And if it doesn't, then it could cause a massive squeeze. So definitely keep that one on your watch list as well. I'm not bearish on it yet. I'm really, really not. Especially because of the way it's looking on the daily, okay? Very long bias on this one. Now, the next one that we're going to be covering, oh, let's talk about Chewy. Yeah, and Chewy is not, it's just crushing shorts right now. It's destroying shorts. It's almost right next to the price target. Could it go higher? I think it could. I think just a little bit more. I think it has like maybe 2 more days in it. Like, yeah, I think it has just a little bit more juice to it. Just a little bit more. It might go a little higher, all right? But it's not gonna last for very long. Again, it's getting parabolic, as I've mentioned before. So it's getting to that phase, that euphoria phase. So just be careful. Take some money as it's climbing up. Again, reduce your risk, because this thing is gonna tumble at some point. At some point, it's going to tumble, right? And I will be there. I will be there when it tumbles. So that is my very honest opinion of Chewy. The next one that we're going to be covering is that one also did not do so well. Zoom. Zoom didn't do so well either. And right now, I don't know where it's gonna go. Honestly, it could be a surprise move. Like there could be a surprise move tomorrow where it just squeezes up to 430. There could be, because the falling wedge is there, all right, and dip buyers got in here, and right now it's showing some signs of weakness, but I don't know. And since I don't know, and this head and shoulders on the chart is not looking the best, then yeah, I wouldn't put my money in it long or short until I know exactly what's going to happen next. So as of right now, I'm not even looking at this thing. The only thing I'm paying attention to are like apps and Sony, and oh, look at that. Apps is right in the middle of the price target. Again, for those of y'all who made money on this one, congratulations, you're about to get paid tomorrow. Okay, so I think that is it for the video. Yeah, if you got value from the video, definitely destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm as always. If you're new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you get notified whenever I release these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday through Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul and Guma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, if you are new to investing and you would like to get started, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below, step 1 through step 4. It only takes about 15 minutes or less to get signed up with everything you need to get started in the stock market. You can also get 3 free stocks after signing up with Webull using my very first link in the description below, and 1 free stock after signing up with Robinhood using the second link in the description below as well. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I'm going to see all of you in the morning at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens.